In the heart of one of the world's most politically and religiously tense regions, a story unfolded, so unexpected, so powerful, that it continues to echo across generations. This is the story of Mikhail Chernovsky, a former Jewish extremist, a Zionist settler, and an ex-soldier who found faith, peace, and purpose in the very people he once saw as enemies. Today, the world knows him as Muhammad Al-Mahdi, a Muslim father of four living in Hebron in the West Bank. But his journey from being a radical settler to a peaceful Muslim believer is filled with pain, reflection, transformation, and above all, truth. Mikhail was born 37 years ago in Baku, the capital of Azerbaijan, to a strict ultra-Orthodox Jewish family. Raised with deep-seated beliefs in Jewish supremacy and a suspicion toward outsiders, his early life was steeped in religious rigidity and ethnic superiority. During his youth, he served as a fitness trainer in the Soviet Army, shaping strong discipline and nationalist identity. But when the Soviet Union collapsed, Mikhail, like many Jews from Eastern Europe, immigrated to Israel in the early 1990s, seeking to return to the Promised Land. Once in Israel, Mikhail didn't settle in Tel Aviv or Haifa. No, he moved straight into the heart of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, joining the radical Jewish settlement of Kiryat Arba, located near the Ibrahimi Mosque, Cave of the Patriarchs, in Hebron. It was in Hebron that tragedy struck in 1994 when a Jewish extremist named Baruch Goldstein opened fire inside the Ibrahimi Mosque during Fajr prayer, murdering 29 Muslims in cold blood. While most of the world condemned the attack, Mikhail was so influenced by Zionist propaganda, he chose to move closer to Goldstein's grave, treating him like a hero. He had no idea that the seeds of doubt were being planted inside his heart. In Hebron, Mikhail frequently needed help with his car. There he met Wahid Zaloom, a humble Palestinian mechanic who welcomed him in peace, despite knowing Mikhail was an Israeli settler. Over time, the two men formed an unlikely bond. They began philosophical and religious conversations. Mikhail was sharp, defensive, and argumentative, but Wahid was calm, respectful, and grounded in faith. One day, Wahid made a bold challenge. Either you'll make me a Jew, or I'll make you a Muslim. Mikhail laughed, but deep down his walls were crumbling. 6 months passed. Through gentle Dawah, honest dialogue, and genuine brotherhood, Mikhail began to question everything he had been taught about Arabs, Islam, and Judaism. I realized Judaism had contradictions I could no longer ignore, Mikhail later said. Islam wasn't what I saw in the news. It was wisdom. It was peace. It was the truth I had been searching for. Eventually, Mikhail made the bold decision to embrace Islam. He took the Shahada, the Islamic declaration of faith, and became Muhammad Al-Mahdi. He returned briefly to Azerbaijan, where he married a Muslim woman named Sabina. Together they had 4 children, all of whom are being raised as proud, believing Muslims. But life after conversion wasn't easy. Muhammad returned to Hebron, but this time as a Muslim, not a settler. His old neighbors in Kiryat Arba turned hostile. They attacked his house, threw stones, and painted hateful slogans on his walls. They wanted me to disappear, he said. Even his wife was harassed in public for wearing the hijab. But despite the hardship, Muhammad never turned back. What matters most, he says, is that my children are Muslim. They will grow up with the truth I never had. He still bears the Star of David tattoo on his arm, a painful yet powerful reminder of who he once was. When asked about politics, Muhammad doesn't mince words. I don't care for two-state solutions. I don't believe in the politics of division. What I hope for is a unified Islamic caliphate, with Jerusalem as its capital. He continues to live in Hebron, surrounded by Palestinian neighbors who now call him brother. He prays 5 times a day, reads the Quran, and continues to spread his story of transformation. From hate to love, from lies to truth, from radicalism to peace. The story of Muhammad Al-Mahdi is a rare and powerful reminder that guidance comes only from Allah, and that even the hardest hearts can be softened by truth. In a time of division and war, his story reminds us that Islam transcends race, history, and politics. It is a faith of reason, mercy, and purpose for those who seek it sincerely. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you know a story of someone who accepted Islam, let us know in the comments. Subscribe for more incredible true stories of guidance, faith, and transformation.